Breaking moments ago, a federal jury in Colorado found prominent election denier and top Trump campaign donor Mike Lindell liable for defaming an employee of Dominion Voting Systems after the 2020 presidential election. Lindell was sued by Dominion executive Eric Coomer after he called Coomer a, quote, traitor and claimed he stole the election. Joining us now, MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin. Lisa, what's up with this one? This is an interesting storyline developing here with this case.
It's definitely an interesting one, Michael. And, you know, sometimes you lose by winning and other times you win by losing. This is definitely one that on the result itself, Eric Coomer won, but I want to remind you and our viewers, Eric Coomer had sued Mike Lindell and his companies Frank Speech and MyPillow for $67.2 million. Today, the jury decided that he is owed only $2.3 million. He sued on a variety of statements that Mike Lindell had made about Dominion and his own role in the alleged stealing of the election. Jury found that only 2 of them counted as defamation. So Eric Coomer today getting a lot less from this verdict than he had counted on. I do have a statement from him that hopefully I can read a little bit in part. Thankfully, the jury saw this for what it is. Mike Lindell not only hurt me with his baseless lies, he hurt the American people and the democratic process. Every major network who published this defamation has issued a retraction and an apology. Hopefully, Mike Lindell, listening to a jury of his peers, will finally start being honest with his followers.
All right, Lisa Rubin, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Michael.
You know,
well, first off, let me just say for folks out there, okay, the money isn't the point. In a defamation suit. Really, the win, having the jury say, yeah, you defamed an individual, that's the win for Coomer more than that's why Lisa put it the way she put it coming into the conversation. Because it's not the 2.3 versus the 67. Yeah, you like the 67, but the point is you won, and that for the record is the thing that matters.
You know, I think people may have forgotten because so many things have happened since Mike Lindell first lobbed many of these claims, but he made a number of different statements about Dominion and its employees. He repeatedly targeted Eric Coomer. Yes, he called him a traitor. He accused him of stealing the elections, things that were widely debunked. He called his actions treason. Mike Lindell referred to the workers who worked for Dominion as treason, that they were treasonous. He talked about Dominion being linked to a conspiracy theory involving Satan, China, and the deep state. He denounced all electronic voting machines as calling for their destruction. So this goes to the heart of something we used to talk about all the time, the big lie, which I hated calling it that because it is the lie that Donald Trump won the 2020 election and that it was actually rigged and he was really the winner. I really think that there's a connection to this and then what we're seeing now with Donald Trump is in power again. And just recently, the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division has requested the voting records in Colorado. They want to know how they ran the election, all the data. These things, it never went away. I think it's all still very much connected.
You can assess the damage that was done to an individual, but it is much harder to assess the damage that was done to Americans' faith in the system and in the process. Let me just say, for those of us who are living here on Earth 1, what is happening over on Earth 2, Mike Lindell is using the defamation trial to sell more goods. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is using his defamation trial to sell goods. Use promo code jury.